Good afternoon. I'm Jerry Mead, Executive Director of Innovation with Phillips Industries. And to my right, I have
Cliff Creech, Business Development Manager for our intermodal products.
Today, Phillips Connect Technologies is here to showcase our intermodal smart solution. You know, Cliff, intermodal is 23% of the rail freight volume in North America. How many assets does that take?
Jerry, it's about 800,000 chassis and a little over 20 million shipping containers.
Wow. You know, I've ran some big fleets. Visibility is key. You know, telematics guys, they have visibility, right? How do we differ at PCT with our system with visibility?
Sure. So I'm going to log into the UI. So every telemetry system, you expect it to show location. I'll show you assets on the map, just to kind of start off there. We start at a world level, and it zooms into where the assets are. The units in this environment are all actually located in the city of Chicago. We've set it up to where you can see the individual units, of course, which everyone expects. You can also jump in and look at points of interest. Now, these can be loaded by the customer, but we also have a preloaded set for all the rail facilities in North America and the ports and depots. So that part of it, it covers current position. We also have a tremendous amount of data that we're collecting off the assets and the ability to map that to see where the unit was historically as each of those events occurred.
Wow, Cliff, that's huge. You know, I've been doing this since 1989 in some way, and I've walked plenty of yards with my Big Chief notebook, writing down assets, doing yard checks. You know, and what I like about our solution is when you look at it, you know, there's a lot of industry issues out there, what's going on, but how can PCT help me generate revenue? Because that's what it's about. I mean, I want to generate revenue.
Sure. So really the first step is knowing where your asset's at. All right. The second one is knowing, is it in a state to generate revenue? And we do that on our dashboard by really focusing on, for a chassis, if it's mated to a container, it's in a position to generate revenue for you. Or for a container, if it's loaded, it's in a position to generate revenue. That's available here on the dashboard and prioritized, and it's also available in the map view. Just to speak a little bit to the dashboard, we built this as a pilot user interface to really give managers in different areas of a company all a taste of what they could get through telemetry. So there are pieces here for health, there are pieces for the commercial use of the asset, and then there are things for redeploying unproductive assets.
Well, that's outstanding. You know, revenue is what a CEO and CFO want to hear because it's about revenue. But you know, the American Transportation Research Industry, they just released their top 10 industry concerns. Driver shortage, hours of service, driver retention, and the CSA, Comprehensive Safety and Analysis Platform. You know, as a buyer of technology over my career, you know, one of the things I look at is I want to invest in something and buy something that solves my issues. So what kind of solution does PCT bring to me? And what do we have that other telematic providers out here just can't provide us?
Sure. So, Jerry, the thing that Phillips does that really goes above and beyond simple location and commercial use of the asset is we talk about its asset health, right? And I came out of working for 20 years with one of the largest intermodal fleets in North America, and a constant question for me from the marketing groups and operations and from our customers and drivers was, is the asset healthy? Can I go pick it up? Well, we can do that for people. Show you here, again, on the dashboard focused on health. We can zoom in on units with an alert status, and what we see on individual units is both a real alert that you need to interact with the driver right away and prevent use of that asset, and then the next step for warnings that are items that need attention, but they might be able to wait until you can do it at a repair station and have better control.
You know, Csa Inspections, I like to call them BLTs, brake lights and tires. I mean, that's huge. That accounts for the top 3 of any fleet's violations in the CSA from a CSA standpoint. You know, show us more about health and what I can do to prevent that from occurring, because that costs me time, which then equals to lost revenue, which then equals to the driver unhappiness, and I lose drivers, so I can solve some issues. What are we doing to solve those issues from that standpoint of CSA?
Sure. So this, to me, is the most exciting part of the interface because you really address a pain point in the industry. We have the ability to take what we show here for someone at a PC and take it down to a mobile device or take it to the dispatcher, and before a driver is dispatched to pick up a load or before he hooks up to it, he can see the telemetry monitored system health, and that includes that load empty state as well. Show you that screen as well. That's here.
You know, Cliff, that's an outstanding screen, and what I love about it, when you said mobile device, I mean, I can pick it up my mobile device right there. So, so as a user, I can jam it out right there and get it there. But, you know, drivers is my next piece. A driver's only got 660 minutes. Every minute his wheels aren't turning, I'm losing money as a fleet, and he's losing a paycheck, leads to his dissatisfaction. What are we doing for the driver in PCT? What's our solution do there to drive him, to help him out?
Sure. So, Jerry, we're telling him where the asset's at. We're telling him if it's ready to pick up. You know, if it was loaded and he's waiting for it to be emptied, we're telling him that the cargo loading is finished, then the doors have closed. We're telling him the reverse if he's picking up on the other side. We're also telling him the asset health. And we're doing all this before he invests time and money to travel to that unit.
You know, Cliff, and I love it. I see up here, even the license plate light's covered. You'd be shocked how many times I got my fleet pulled over because my license plate light was out. I mean, it kills me. You know, what I like about it is PCT, we're more than a telematics provider. You know, we're a smart solutions company. We provide you solutions with our system that meet industry demands and industry problems to solve it. And what I like about it is, you know, we can integrate with any transportation system out there. Right. So we can integrate into the fleet. User interface is easy and customizable. And the best thing about it is we're providing a solution that's needed for tomorrow, today, period.
Right.
We're providing that solution.
Thank you, everyone. Come see us at our booth.
Thank you.